basically, if HellRaisers pick up a nice,
5
not
seconds
too
remaining.
time-dependent hero that has a nice early time window in which they can exert some pressure, Vector in your don't really push other than Snapfire. It doesn't push out lanes. Lich doesn't push out lanes. Timber does, but kind of slowly until higher levels. Snapfire can, but again, only truly can push them out cleanly when you're like around level 6 max Scatterblast. Yeah, I think if HellRaisers get a nice laning phase and kind of they can take any objective they want in the early phase of the game.
Yeah, I mean, Spectre's kind of one of these heroes where she's niche, but not so niche.
It's going to be a Kunkka pick from VP, by the way.
Yeah, they've been smashing down on this this kind of 9th pick Tinker. No, Kunkka. What am I? Timber, okay. Tinker. Okay. Wow, that was a journey.
Okay, breathe in.
All right.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, I'm sorry, that didn't hold. I didn't hold. Oh my Jesus.
God.
All right.
This is why you are not gaining MMR, Nomad. You can't listen to the basic calls, okay?
Yeah, that's accurate. That's accurate. All right, let's go again. Come on, breathe me.
No, I'm done.
Breathe me, Daddy.
I'm done with you. You're uncoachable.
Oh Jesus.
Uncoachable.
Sound like my parents. Anyway, 9th pick for Virtus.pro. Stop. I'm already dead. I'm already down. I've already shot myself. You don't need to lay more bullets into the corpse. It's
10 seconds
no coming back from this. I think it's very likely to be Kunkka. They've enjoyed this hero a lot. They've often been picking it as their last pick.
You a nice little bit of wave clear, that team fight that you need. Like they have like
or TA
stand in the front for Timbersaw, but like yay no, because you need someone to be tanky, sustainable, provide you stuns. Like yay, like delicate. She's gonna jump into the fight. It's like
oh,
get wrecked, get wrecked, Robson.
Oh,
Nomad for life, baby.
But like, how good here? I understand. Like, okay, I understand if the TA obviously has a good lane. You go jungle. Like, there's never going to be a confliction of cores wanting to share the jungle because Spectre Timber don't farm there really that well. So the TA should be able to get a nice Deso. The issue I have is TA wants to Deso Blink and then look around, maybe take towers and make Timbersaw who's in the lane. But how does, unless your Timbersaw has a really good laning phase, which potentially can still be countered by this last pick of HellRaisers, how do they move the HellRaisers, the Timbersaw aggression in one lane, the very passive Spectre in the other lane, into a cohesive bundle, enable this TA? Like you've got Doom, you've got Puck, you've got Clock. All three of these heroes, Doom buys Blink, Clock has Hook, Puck has Orb of course, and Foil. Wait, this TA, where's the early damage of VP? Physical damage. I'm so skeptical that it actually allows them enough time to enable the spec. HellRaisers is way too, not deathbally. Last game, right? They just played a game where they had a disadvantage in draft, played around a bit, and then at 10 to 15 minutes, they played really well with Puck in the other lane and the other four glued to each get picked up. Same. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this TA pick.
Okay, I can hear that. The reason I suggested TA is just because you've got the Puck. It's a really good matchup for the TA in mid, or at least certainly used to be. Maybe not quite so much now. The Puck's got a little bit more maneuverability and such with his W, but I mean, still, it's a good matchup for the TA. Plus, you know, it just kind of seems to fill out their curve a little bit better, where the Spectre is lacking, the TA makes up. But I do agree with the points you make. Actually, it's well done. I think the one thing you might be underestimating perhaps is the Frost Shield. I think Lich can be a great kind of bonus to heroes which maybe struggle to get kills or are vulnerable if they get jumped here, but with that Frost Shield inside the cogs, I think the TA is going to be absolutely hunky-dory. But yeah, I mean, it's how HellRaisers play around it more than the counters they've picked. I think these drafts are looking pretty even, but also at different points in the game, one of these drafts is going to be much stronger than the other, and when you get to the late game, Virtus.pro's draft is going to be much stronger than HellRaisers if it's equals. So yeah, I think we've got some very interesting curves to look at this game. A nice curvy game. I like my games like I like my women. That
it's like critical that this Timber is actually in a lane which is going to him. He's looking. Timbersaw should have a good game. It's about if they can secure Spectre, a nice little bit of farm, and again, he probably should have a deep time top. It's only against clock. So the Spectre able to have these farm toppers. So VP are going to leave a good solid position. It's just when they actually move across the river and start hitting towers, the Timbersaw is going to be maybe hitting the tower. Your TA wants to reinitiate the blink, doesn't want to do close, because if she's in coil range, that's when it's really. If the Timbersaw pokes early spells from HellRaisers, then for sure VP can easily take a fight. How does no one approach the fight? How does the spell, the hook, be used and then jump? I think if the DA is jumped straight away, that's when VP's fights can get really.
Yep. One more thing I want to point out about this VP draft as well, or more the things they've picked, is that usually when Virtus.pro pick Templar Assassin, at least in the most recent iteration, Kuman's been playing it, but seems like no one's played it this time, so I guess no one was like, nah man, I don't want to play Spectre. Get out of here.
Probably, yeah, it literally is probably the Spectre factor, right?
Yeah.
Mid in my pubs. The early smoke from Hell catch someone off guard, but really good positioning for VP, just not aimlessly walk around at the pre-bounty rune phase that some players kind of gravitate to. And it's
taking outposts just to send a message.
Seconds to battle.
Kuman, that's the wrong neck of the neighborhood, I'm afraid. He's going to try and dagger himself away here. Should be able to get himself to relative safety, but then again, the orb is still coming. He might get caught in the trees a little bit here. He's not getting away from this one. The right clicks are coming. The poker draws first blood. Kuman getting brought down. Solo, he's just trying to get them sneak around here and see if he can grab some bounty runes in response, and looks like he should be able to. Go on, Solo, do it.
Not what you expected.
Wow, I have so little respect for Solo right now.
It is the Doom mid actually against TA.
Could have died for it.
The TA Puck matchup.
What do you think about him not going for the rune nests, Solo? Did you see that? That was,
I was watching mid. The Doom devoured the creep and saw the creep wave.
Oh. Yeah, and so I was like, what you doing with my creep wave? Give that back. I was like, no, it's mine. And yeah, no one's gonna have to CS on the tower. Ooh, maybe if he'd have held the point of refraction, he might have gone for refraction just so he can land all of the CS. But it's no one. He's gonna land him anyway. Yeah, doesn't need it. What a player. Dare I doubt you, sir? Pity me, the fool. Up in the top lane. Is he? What a. No comments. Up in top, it's going to be Resolution and Zayats on the Snapfire and Timbersaw versus Maposhka and Nyx. It must be nice for Virtus.pro to be in a matchup where they don't have beef with the enemy team. I think the other team in the playoffs are... Oh no, because Gambit didn't make it through. They're down to the minor playoffs, so... Yeah, Cyber Legacy, the other team. So only Na'Vi is going to be the spicy matchup, so...
Spicy. It probably could have been a very nice mutual even like that. And goodbye.
It was not. It was not. Reportedly, of course. You know, this is all from reports and statements and all that stuff. Gilgear being chased around a little bit. Do you know the full story with Zayats? No.
I don't really keep up to date on wide roster shuffles occur. I'm just like, oh, this player's playing for this team. Cool. Okay. They do well. Well, that's this is a learning opportunity now. Zayats wanted to leave Navi and go and play for Virtus.pro. They approached him being like, hey man, you want to play some Dotes? And Zayats was like, yeah, cool, I'm down. So they started talking, and then Virtus.pro were like, cool, yeah, come play for us. And then Zayats tried to go and play for them, but Navi said, no, you're in a contract with us and you must respect that contract. And Zayats like, I don't want to, so he stopped turning up to practice, etc, etc. And then, actually, I know that GPK stopped turning up to practice. I'm not sure. GPK stopped turning. Yeah, GPK stopped turning up to practice. I don't think Zayats stopped, but he certainly didn't want to play anymore. To get out of the conversation.
No, I think Timbersaw is going down here instead. The damage is there. Gilgear with a rotation. HellRaisers will draw the second kill of the game onto Resolution.
Into a resolution of his life and a resolution of that conversation.
No. We got to keep on going. We need to tell the story of Zayats. It's an important one. So basically, he didn't want to play for Navi. He wanted to go and play for Virtus.pro, but he was stuck in a contract, and the Virtus.pro lawyers took the contract, looked over it, and saw there was something which he didn't sign or something back in You know, they redrafted the contract at some stage for some reason. Puck goes down. That's actually kind of surprising. Sort of getting himself a kill. Cool. And they found a loophole in the contracts, and then Virtus was released from Na'Vi, and now is playing for Virtus.pro, much to Na'Vi's dismay.
Oh,
there you have it.
Thank you. Pretty much, that whole conversation was, wanted to play, didn't really play, didn't practice, loophole in contract, gets to play.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm saying thank you being like,
gets it. I mean, it is important to know the context.
Of course, like, I'm done.
Okay. So
mine has gone to mush. All I've heard is contract, play, and a lot of buzzwords.
Meanwhile, in the middle lane, no one is tearing Kasani a new one.
Oh,
he is absolutely destroying this middle lane.
You're a Doom that has no armor against a TA mid, right? Like,
yeah.
Not gonna be a fun time. Like, I had expected maybe a ring of protection or two to kind of mitigate this problem for the Doom, but no, he just didn't want it. He just did not want it at all.
No, I'm just gonna face tank it.
Well, the initial play he made about devouring the creep to then try and aggro it around, it's a fine playing concept, but when you have a lich type hero following you around, chucking out a couple blasts on you, makes it a little bit awkward. You've now had to use a little bit of regen, and yeah, overall, TA just having a free game of his life. Which is probably the one thing VP wanted. Like, we discussed this in the draft. If the TA has a good start to the game, then he can kind of bridge the gap that the Spectre is looking for, where he doesn't really provide the damage. Okay, so yeah, I can guess when you're given a free lane, then sure, the TA pick's perfectly fine.
But would the puck have been better? I think it would have, right?
It would have been the same deal. Like, the TA would still have found farm between a puck and a Doom. They're like to the same extent. The only difference here is that with Doom being mid, he's going to get earlier 6, so potentially when VP try and move away from the laning phase and make a couple moves, he's already ready to take that fight. And you already know that the VP fight is only going to be a 4v5 with a partial appearance of the Spectre, through maybe a horn, jumps in, throws a dagger, gets back out again. Even though it's a good start for the TA, as long as the Doom can find the TA in the fights, then you don't really care about this early stuff.
At the top, taking a decent amount of harass damage. Gilgear as well, having some fun with resolution here. Meanwhile, Giant's going for the pull and dewarding the process. Very valuable movements. Oh, very valuable hogs though.
They're actually working it bot lane, by the way. Like, this is why Lich is such a good support hero. All he needs to do, pull the crew camp, not do anything special, move over,
trying to kill the puck.
Can I come and contest? No, get out of here. And then you have the spam from the Spectre. Doesn't even have to leave the creep wave, just throws the dagger from afar. Whilst Poshka dies top from a hasted TA.
Oh god, that's terrifying. Yeah, TA finding a movement here. Meanwhile, up in the top lane as they bring down Gilgear as well. Nick's going to be the next target. Unfortunately, they're fighting in the tower here, and Kuman doesn't have that much health. He's trying to make his way north. Kasani's here as well. He's not got Doom actually, but he's got right clicks to throw down, and will finish off Kuman. Meanwhile, TA was able to TP herself out at the very least.
Like, the early stage of the game, your initial horn is like, I'm gonna come in, steal the kill from you guys, hope that's okay, I'm gonna go back to my farming. So yeah, I think initially getting that kill on the clockwork, perfect, and then overcommitment for the troll. Kind of, Soren's only level 4, but you have to respect the whirling axes. You have a lot of damage, especially when it's a double physical damage core trying to kill him there. Whirling axes, of course. That bump in Kuman's perfect start.
Yep, yeah, that does hurt a little bit, but you know, still doing pretty damn fine. Meanwhile, Clockwork, I thought he was looking for something in mid, but not really. He has located the stack here at the very least, but I'm not sure if they've got the resources to go and take it.
Something more refreshing to TA farmer stack. And then a Clockwork walk into the farm stack. Is he a creep? Is he a hero? I don't know. I'm just gonna farm him anyway.
To be fair, he did get 2 of the small golems with his cogs there. I don't know if you noticed that, but
Min-max.
Yeah, you know, that's about 20 gold for it, so not a total loss. Just kidding, that was awkward. Cuban, living the life in the bottom lane. Funnick trying to take the outpost. He's an annoying dude, and there's a neutral item spawn come spilling on out. That's the royal jelly for the TA. Gotta love a bit of jelly. Although I don't get why it's called royal jelly when it's obviously honey. Why is that, T? Please tell me.
Does it matter?
It does to me. Yeah, it does. That's a honeycomb.
If
That's
you
a
aligned your
honeycomb.
priority, like, okay, but imagine if you just don't worry. They're going on to Kasani again. Thank you, the aggression of VP saving us from these awkward conversations, and he dies very nice and smooth. Zayak doesn't die as well.
Dies
Really
nice and smooth. I do love a nice smooth death. Yeah, that's how I want to go at the end of my days. Just Uncle Jared passed away in his sleep, and it was smooth as hell, boys. It was smooth as hell.
The thing with royal jelly is it just have to keep it international. Okay, we see it as honey. Other people might see it as jelly.
Who doesn't see that as honey? Is that just an international thing?
Just trying to
like Americans call jam jelly, but I'm sure they don't call honey.
Here's your issue, right? You're trying to go against companies. You know, you got to stay in line with
Dire's
them.
middle tower is under attack.
That's it. Make it in. Oh, it's a really good naming convention you have there, Valve. You like the game.
True. Yeah. Very pleasant. Wouldn't change it for the world. Bottom lane is Funnick trying to be annoying onto spectators. He's really scared because they know there's two heroes coming in. Nix and Gilgir, yeah, they were looking for him, but Kuman, he knows. There were words being said, I think, by maybe other members of Virtus.pro saying, "Get yourself out of there, buddy." Or maybe it was his own spider senses tingling. Who knows?
It's also, yeah, you can see it from the warding that Radiant have. You've got the deep ward behind the tower top, so you can see that there's not anyone's kind of just sitting back here waiting for the creep.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Some movement.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Good
under
vision from
attack.
Radiant to enable spectators to
Dire's
move around the
top
map
tower
freely
is
to
under
where the farm
attack.
should.
And all things considered, Virtus.pro with a pretty damn good start to the game, and Poposhka's getting murdered under the tower, but can he finish the job? Timber Chain won't do it, but he does manage to break out the cold feet. It's just come in with a right clip.
Got the blink dagger.
Oh dear, and that's a first kill out onto Funnick. Trying to get the TP away, should be successful. That's not close enough for that cookie. And also the troll, just leaving, just gonna TP himself away.
Radiant's middle tower
Going for
is
the early
under
blink
attack.
dagger. No one realizing that he has to be the one to provide the damage and initial jump for a team right now. Really good itemization.
Yeah, all in all, Virtus.pro making some good movements around the map. They just seem to be reading HellRaisers really nicely in this first game, and ready for pretty much anything they pull out, as Rezo going to take this little stack here.
Slipstream dynamics should be applied to
Radiant's
couriers.
top tower is under attack.
Because like just then there was like 3 couriers even. But obviously if you're like a level 4 or 5 support compared to like your level 10 couriers are level,
Okay.
but then if you could maybe get in the slipstream of your core's courier, sync it up.
Oh, I
Maybe
see.
you think that courier should go maybe a bit faster.
It's an interesting idea. I'm sure you could play around with it. Maybe a courier bus, which they can all get inside. And
then also maybe in the game as well, you can get like a slipstream advantage, trying to gank someone on the conga line. Wider.
that'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool.
Meanwhile, Zayak just dies bottom. But he doesn't have a slipstream or a laning partner.
Does he die bottom? Is he gonna die bottom? Yeah, exactly. No doubts.
If he got out of that, then he is like some miracle god that has some ability just to dash gold 99999 dash item BKB.
I'm just thinking it was a bit maybe an early orb there, but with the 4 points in Waning Rift, yeah, the silence is more than long enough to stop the cookie coming out. So they knew it was up.
Bottom tower is under attack.
No one now trying to push the middle tower down. Is he? No. Okay, he's blinking out. Never mind. Didn't want the middle tower. Gilgir.
Dire's
Yeah,
middle
you don't need to be
tower is
aggressive
under
right now.
attack.
Any
Radiant's
aggression that
bottom
VP
tower is under attack.
has to be very concise. Like, or said this before, he gets doomed or gets foiled with some layered, then he instantly dies. EA, you don't have this explosive damage in your lineup, and then it's like kind of just Nah, you can't rely on your Spectre right now.
Radiant are
It's no one makes moves by himself. This move is really good. Initial jump on control.
Yeah, it does get the ultimate off, but he's going to be controlled up fairly easily. Battle Trance will eventually go down, but then the Doom comes out. Yeah, they've actually got no one. No one running to the back lines as well. They're trying to turn it around on Kasani. Kasani will end up going down here. Gilgit holding him still. From Potion comes in with the Ice Blast, and they'll finish off no one. And now they're looking for the +1. Resolution also going to be going down. It doesn't look like there's an escape for Solo either. HellRaisers just turn around and spank them right the way back. They kill up their troll. They get the Doom, but they get 3 kills in response. So HellRaisers, they answer with open fists here.
They found the one target that they can't kill quickly. When there's a troll, instantly pops the ultimate, and yeah, delays the fight just long enough for... I said it already, if you doom the TA, it's just whatever right now. Only valuable to steal kills or to give Spectre some movement around the fight to get the daggers off on like low HP hero. But the TA doomed, okay, boom, right. Your entire tempo hero that's probably had like the good start to the game, you're out of here. Congratulations, like that's it. So they just have to, I think, VP just needs to a little bit slower than movement. Both was really good, but they're approaching it. The instancy is something like that.
Have you seen this troll build before with the Echo Saber? Yeah, sorry, not the troll build, the Doom build. No?
No, I haven't, and I don't rate it.
Okay, well, we saw it in, that was a double damage TN, because I just did not care. We saw it in another CIS game. I don't... Maybe it was HellRaisers before as well, but, yeah, it owned. It absolutely destroyed a team, but we'll see if it has the same success. Meanwhile, Funnick unleashing in the top lane. Snapfire should be going down here. The right click's going to follow him. Right click from Aposhka, get the kill. Meanwhile, Gilgit is staying on top of Resolution, bullying him around with a hook shot with the cogs, and they'll be able to set up for another kill here. Zayats and Resolution both brought down in the top lane. HellRaisers finding some really good responses here from Virtus.pro. Or to Virtus.pro.
Why does the Doom have Echo Saber? That's the real question here. So before the fight,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Are we missing something? No. No, yeah, no, not a fan. I tried to rack my brain there, but yeah, no. Fan.
I think last time we saw him go...
Armor. Hold on. Hold no. Going on to Funnick top.
Yeah, this is probably a dead puck, although the Chain Frost does go... Oh, it comes back. Never mind. Amazing Chain Frost from Solo. Very, very good. Gets him the kill in the end. 4 heroes and a Haunt used for killing puck, though. It's fairly pricey.
A little bit, but these are the moves, like, as long as you kill the puck, it's fine, right? You give yourself a little more breathing room, and yeah, like VP, they just know any move they make, they kill on TA or no, sorry, on like the puck or Doom, it's like, oh, now they're kind of big hero that provides them ability to fight is gone, so we have to continue farming. Yeah, Philosopher's Stone as well, picked up on Radiant, put that on your Snapfire, it's gonna get yourself closer to a vessel. I think HellRaisers need to kind of start moving towards that. Kind of been very kind of platonic right now, and they need to like, okay, we need to take towers, take away the map. Even though we're getting some kills on VP, we're never taking these kills to anything useful. That's what plays into VP's favor.
Yeah, I think HellRaisers they found some good plays, but mostly reaction. You know, they're not making the plays themselves. It's been just kind of responding to the things which Virtus.pro have been doing. Yeah, he's trying
to hit this power by himself.
Gonna have to pop the ultimate here. Especially coming in from behind. Gonna drop the AL. Try and get the turnaround onto no one. Do they have the damage? But they actually do. They get the kill. Now they look for more as well. Snapfire being targeted up. The troll will finally go down. 3-man coil. From Funnick holding him on the back lines while Kasani tries to hunt down the Timsaw. He's just got to run it around his tree, but me one of the front lines. Zayats will be dropped. Gilgit comes in. Gonna find a second one as well. Solo killed off. Meanwhile, Resolution takes away to the Doom. HellRaisers once again. I mean, well, you can keep making these responsive plays.
Yeah.
Oh, Funnick gets killed off by a neutral creep. Anyway, talk about that one. But yeah, I mean, screw it. You make if Virtus.pro keep running into you like this, then you can absolutely keep playing like this, no problems.
The fact that they had the Sani though, they had the sentry here where the troll was playing. So even though the TA went onto the troll, the TA tried then kind of melding instantly. The troll could connect onto the TA the entire time, but HellRaisers are playing pretty well around the idea of Troll being in positions of, okay guys, come and kill me. Like, I initially said that as it started, like, he's out of position. But then I didn't personally respect the fact that they also had control of the outpost, for example. And the rest of the team were only in this area here. So because of the Troll and how long it lasts, everyone else was able to get into the fight and turn it around. Damn, the damage actually. Okay, now I see the Echo Saber coming into play bottom.
Oh, yeah, Kasani runs down the Lich Well, I'm glad you got to see it. The viewers have to play it a little bit longer, but
all that happened was he walked in, Infernal Bladed, and then the Echo Saber hit was in the crit. So they went from like full HP to like a third in 2 hits.
yeah, it hurts.
So now I see the value of the Echo Saber. It's a very much an early game item, but why not? I'm always for new builds. Big fan.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, it didn't take long to win you round.
Structures are
Oh, you didn't see it. Okay, that's your issue. No, I saw that.
Yeah, I've seen this build before. I know this build, and yeah, I'm a big supporter.
Okay.
Big supporter. It's a CIS special, I think. I think he went Aghanims before the BKB last time, and I feel like there was AC in there somewhere, but yeah, Xana going for the BKB first, which I'm a little bit surprised. I don't know. Is
now
BKB
has Radiance,
needed?
though. Kind of skirting around that one. That's it. Better now as Radiance. So the game's kind of kicking into the VP timing, where now you're gonna accelerate your farm. You're gonna get maybe towards Manta. After Manta, like one more item, and then you have a scary Spectre in your team. And HellRaisers, they haven't shown any sign of getting towards any scary objective on the map right now. See their positioning right now. They're probably gonna catch solo here. So.
Yeah, they get him out of the cogs, but unfortunately, still like a tiny bit. There we go, the right clicks come through, lasting a little bit longer than expected, but does eventually get brought down by HellRaisers.
Yeah, cogged maybe towards his tower. That could have been very good. Still, close save. But
yeah, it's only killed to solo, and again, HellRaisers not really making much of this. They need more. Oh god. Oh god. Zayat's coming in.
The high ground cookie funny didn't phase shift it, just a lapse of judgment, and yeah. Press your phase shift button, you're a dead man.
Fortunately, that is often the case in the life of the puck. Resolution coming in just to finish off this middle tier 1 tower with the puck dead. HellRaisers do not want to defend this one. Simon just looking, he's like, let me hit you, boy. There we go. Eat some creeps. Doom actually coming down on the Timbersaw here. All right, they've unleash onto Resolution. Now the hook shot coming in. Beautifully done, Bob Gilgore blasting them back. Meanwhile, Chain Frost not going to do a whole lot. They're trying to control up the Troll for the time being. He's going to get his ultimate off. Zayat's not going to last long. Meanwhile, over the back line of the... They get the return kill onto Kasani. With Resolution and Zayat's dead. Can they kill? Still keep finding this one. Down goes no one as well. HellRaisers, this is looking like their fight. Spectre trying to do his best to fight up into Nyx and Gilgore, but the two of them will be able to rip through the Spectre's defenses. Now they look for the final kill, and that is Solo and Funnick. He's looking for him. It blinks on top, gets a kill. There's the spells coming down. HellRaisers once again finding themselves the fight, and unfortunately Virtus.pro taking a really bad timing fight there as they kind of just dangle themselves a little bit too long in front of HellRaisers. They get the Doom out onto the Timbersaw. Funnick comes back to life after respawning. He's got those speeds of treble, so it's not hard for him to get back into the fight, and then you got real trouble for Virtus.pro.
The issue with the TA pick, I thought, was
under attack.
HellRaisers weren't even in position for this fight, by the way, to be clear. It was a Doom on a Timbersaw as like a small engagement. Supports there, starting with the hook shot. And the puck only joined the fight at the very end, okay?
Yeah.
So when HellRaisers aren't even in numbers at the start of a fight, you're committing Haunt, obviously with Radiance and everything. All HellRaisers have to do is coil the TA or Doom the TA, of course, in this instance, coil. And the fight's pretty much over. The Troll just locks on target. You get any true sight, so she can't meld, and it's over. So I think the saving grace, though, even though it was pretty much a wipe for
Full 5 man.
Yep, full 5 man. They still haven't taken any map gain or towers from HellRaisers.
Yeah, no Roshan either, which is the weirdest thing to me. With a Troll Warlord on your team, I feel like that Roche was dangling right open then, but HellRaisers,
and especially with no hesitant. The issue here is, look at TA now, instantly going for the BKB. So now you're kind of saying to HellRaisers, okay, if you coil me, I can fight you. But if you doom me, obviously then you're doomed. I fight. So I think HellRaisers need to shift from in the next engagement pre-BKB, you can either rely on the coil or the Doom. But as soon as the BKB comes into play, you have to Doom this TA. Get rid of the TA, and I think then VP kind of lack a lot of damage, especially because even with Manta from Spectre, it isn't a big damage at this.
Yeah.
And the Clockwork's nearly got pipe. He's got the hood right now, coming into the headrest soon, and the recipe after that. So yeah, that's going to mitigate the Radiance burn across the entire team. I think VP are in a kind of a spook 5 to 6 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know, it kind of feels like Virtus.pro have been the one making the moves. HellRaisers have been the one smacking them down every time they've tried it, but after they beat them down, HellRaisers are just like, hey, you know what, guys? It's fine. Have another go. We're not going to take any objectives. We're not going to take Roshan. You can keep trying to beat us, and we're just going to hang out and give you pretty much the free reign of the game, it feels like, even though they should be ahead. I mean, it's not a huge gold advantage, but just looking at the hero picks and how HellRaisers have played this game and built this game on all their items, the heroes, they should be just pressuring and they're not. Yeah, so
but here comes the pressure now. This is the moment where they're ready. All 5 heroes are trying to collapse on this.
Radiant's middle
I mean, it feels like a weird time to do it, but I mean, they have just picked up fresh new BKBs on the Troll, on the Doom, but you've got the Horn back up.
They've taken 2 fights in a row where STA's pretty much done nothing. So I think HellRaisers, they should feel confident. Like, they should be on this high ground, keeping themselves here, skipping some waves and forcing VP to maybe make defensive moves. Like, you can see, look at the position right now. You've got Snapfire skipping waves top, that's fine. Zayak's special difficulty. No Man skipping waves bottom. No one. Changing up his name real quick. But yeah, just they need to take control of a key part of the map and then force VP to feel like they can't move out of their base. But don't kill solo. That's the one thing you're not meant to do.
Yeah, Funny's just like, all right, guys, we're going to sit on the high ground. We're going to take it. And Funny's just like, yeah, I'm just going to right-click solo. That's fine. Like, just let them exactly where we were. They seemed a little bit relaxed to Virtus.pro, but then the moment the puck starts attacking solo, they're like, oh, I think they're on the high ground. Let's back up. Be careful, boys.
Oh, okay, now
all right.
Look at it. The Echo Saber BKB is now going to the Ags. Okay.
Big man plays. Meanwhile, Troll, he's soloing Roshan. Can do so very easily with a further stack with a double damage rune as well. It's not going to take long. Meanwhile, Fire gets killed to solo. Okay, finally followed up from those right clicks earlier on. And next grab is off an Aegis. HellRaisers, they are finally in the driving seat, and now they're steering the plane as well, which I would like to see.
Good. Get the BKB and then you're confident. Now he's got the basher complete on Troll as well, so you time a BK. So by the time that the TA has got BKB, and to be clear, this is a TA, someone who's meant to have a lot of farm, the ability to unlock the jungle, only has BKB Death with Blink at 25. Troll, BKB basher. I can hear that farm's a little bit slower. So
yeah, basically
it's kind of underwhelming. As long as you get some dust onto the TA post BKB, Troll can just sit on them the entire fight.
Game is getting more and more awkward by the minute. Meanwhile, Gilgit is going to get the hook shot onto the Timber and bash him back as well. And now comes in the leash from Funnick. They've got on top of him right now. I mean, Kasani doesn't want to commit the Doom to the Timbersaw, but they have got the Spirit Vessel on him, but it looks like they're not going to finish off the kill here. So Timbersaw gets himself away. They're being a little bit reluctant there. Oh, what?
A-Blast.
They get him.
Yep. Finally ticked over. They did have the Vessel and A-Blast taken over on him.
It was enough. Apparently it was enough.
Really good itemization coming out from the Doom. Like getting the Vessel to be.
Yeah, really effective item versus the Timber.
Currently he only has a pipe. He is trying to complete the Lotus Orb. When you get the Lotus Orb on Timber, that's when you become the tankiest hero, because take away the vessels and overall you chill. But yeah, pauses have we had this game?
I think 2 or 3.
A lot of pauses.
Yeah, I mean, we had quite a few on the best of. We had 2 pauses in the best of 1 as well, so it kind of feels like a lot over the course of 2 games. But I mean, yeah, it gives us some time to reflect on the HellRaisers' life, as they've got their Clockwork disconnected. Puck just to jump down to bottom, but he's got these boots of travel, so he can join in the push up at top. What's the play now for HellRaisers? They've got this Aegis. Excuse me. They've got the Aegis. They've got kill into resolution. Top tower time.
So it's going to be the exact same playstyle as the previous game. Puck's going to be playing by himself on the other side of the map. utilizing the fact they have boost travel, and then HellRaisers will just simply hold this high ground. As long as the troll can get here in time, because currently they are pretty split.
They seem to know this. However, Zayat's been pushed down to the low ground with the spider legs as well. Troll making his way over. The puck as well going to turn up, making a full 5-man, gathering on this high ground.
Pretty bad from HellRaisers though, where realistically in this position, you want your puck to be continuing pushing, and then either forcing a rotation bottom, which is unlikely because there's not a lot of stun for VP, so the puck will always. And then you want to push in top, but because they start the engagement a little bit earlier, puck instantly TPs over in case the fight starts. It means this bot wave can now be pushed out by the likes of Kuman. So they have set it tier 2. This is now like the only play that they can make top. They force themselves into quite a corner. This is the difference between some teams. A more disciplined team wouldn't make this play here. They'd keep the map open, and because of that, VP should be in their base right now, feeling like they can't move out. But because of this simple TP from the puck, this whole bottom side of the map unlocked for VP, and they've been able to farm an entire jungle iteration and mid and bottom wave.
Yeah, and meanwhile the TA trap was able to just kill off an entire creep wave here, so the backdoor protection's still up. And look how much Virtus.pro are just getting on the map right now. No one's farming, Resolution's farming, even Solo's getting some deep vision down here. He's having a good time. They're all having a pretty good time. And even Zayat's being a bit of a ward.
There's 1,000 gold away from Abyssal. They're not even hitting this tower. Like they can't because of this move and this early TP. Like very hard. They're gonna have to do the whole move like a minute or two later. Now the puck's bottom. Now midway's back for a dip. They can finally make the play.
There we go. Backdoor protection down. Nick's gonna rip through it pretty quickly. TA trap does kill off the rest of the creeps, but they've got another wave coming in. Do they keep on going here? A lot of their wave being pushed out. Zayat's cutting the creep wave at mid as well, meaning nothing's going to stop these melee creeps from coming down and tickling their tier 2.
Zayat.
Yeah, that's been
such a classic Zayat kind of play. No matter what hero he is, he's always on the enemy side of the river.
Oh yeah.
Always trying to get some type of creep wave or something.
They're going hard on for Funnick here. Kuman's coming on over, popping the horn and getting the kill. Now back up to the top wave as well. Yeah, they will turn this fight around, but unfortunately they can't save Solo. No one's coming on over though. Might be looking for something here. They're going to throw some spells away. Kasadi's going to pop the BKB, turn around, Doom out onto the Templar Assassin, but Cookie's away, keeping her at a safe distance. Meanwhile, they try and bring down the Timbersaw. He's plenty healthy as well though, and HellRaisers, they are looking a little bit lost in this fight. They have got a BKB still available on Nyx, but Kasani haven't used his. And look at Zayat, just one man alone, just firing at them with the little shredder.
HellRaisers is playing a little bit too slow. Like they had this timing to really be aggressive. They just had everything. And it's so critical that anytime that you doom the TA, you have to get on top of the hero, kill the hero. And with the key on the BKB TA, that goes for BKB by the way, you can just disengage that TA, get him out of the fight, and when your puck's dead, you rely on the coil for so much control.
Okay, they're on the front lines now. They've got the A-Blast coming out onto him. It's going to connect, but it's actually Kasani who's taking the vast majority of the damage right now. Zayat's going to throw in the kisses as well, burning up the Doom. Doom should get finished off here, but Resolution's the first one to go down. They're finally trying to just finish him off. The dagger will do the job. Kasani is dead. Let's go to return kill to Solo as he goes down at the very least. Even with his double damage on Nyx, so it doesn't look like HellRaisers are capable of taking this fight, and still a 10-second BKB on Nyx has not been popped. He's just not finding the introduction to these fights. I mean, this isn't how they want it to go. They want their puck to be here. They want to try and hold some heroes still and just allow Troll to pop the BKB and just go ham in the middle of these fights. But so far, that has been very, very tricky.
That honestly wasn't the worst for HellRaisers. Like, kill 2 here. Yeah. But again, it's the issue that the moves HellRaisers are making right now aren't in Virtus.pro.
Yeah.
Now, look at the Radiant Heroes. Look how happy they are just freely moving around. That just boils down to making sure that every lane's are put. And oh no, another cookie from Zach killing the fuck.
I think this puck's allergic to cookies.
Yeah, or close proximities to tree, fog, and appearing out of nowhere, getting slapped in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this net worth.
Like it if I threw a cookie at you.
True. I don't think I would, unless it was into my mouth. This net worth lead has been kind of platooing for a while here, and now even starting to come back into Virtus.pro's favor, which is not HellRaisers' plan right now. But they're moving their way down bottom. Fortunately, no one. He's already left. He's a long time gone. What's the vision like on the dire side of the map?
Very aggressive.
Yeah.
Comes to a point where if VP continue this type of pick off the puck, play the rest of the fights out, then this aggressive vision is a little bit underwhelming, because now HellRaisers, they can't play defensively and they want to then try and play into their vision, but it's so deep. Might be forced into overextension. I still think we're not in a position of concern for HellRaisers. If they group up, they can play for maybe the next Roshan and then go from there. So the Spectre just picked up a Butterfly, but because of course you've already got the Radiance, Troll is itemizing for the MKB anyways, so 1,000 gold or so, Troll's not going to really care too much about the item Spectre.
Yeah, but for the next fight, it could be kind of useful. We'll see. Next, Vessel Blade up onto the high ground, immediately unleashing onto Zayatib, but no one's going to come in with Hex, turn it around onto the Troll. Warlord, he's a pick, but he's being controlled up really nicely. We want Kasani on the backline, unleashing onto the Spectre. Spectre with the Infernal Blades coming down with this Aghanim. She can't play into this. Kuman's going to get popped. She did not respect the Aghanim's doom, and the Air Blast doesn't quite catch out Zayat. He's going to survive for now, but Funnick, he's going in deep for this one. He's going to get punished for that. Zayat gets himself away. He's going to live, and Funnick will not. That was a pretty YOLO play from Funnick there, and he does pay. The Moonlord goes down.
Yeah, now having Hex and also having the Orb of Destruction as well, so yeah, it's scary if she finds you on the side lanes, and Funnick, the way that he's been staying,
Next.
Divers.
Doesn't want to be here right now. 3 smoked heroes coming in. So he's just going to walk straight their way. Hex comes out before he can pop that BKB. In comes Gilgir trying to disrupt it as best he can, but Troll gets stopped anyway. They've got the damage. They've got the kill. Gilgir now on the run, but I don't think he's making it out of this one. The damage is there from no one, and they're going to be able to get themselves a second kill. 905 gold going the way of Science, by the way.
Well, that's why the way that HellRaisers are playing right now, they've always got like this Trolls bombing in these really aggressive positions. As maybe the Hex reveal, I don't know if you get it for the last fight. The Troll, last 2 fights, he's kind of been bailed out by his team. Like the team to come in, get the team web, it's good to go. But now you see the HellRaisers are quite split. You had 2 heroes up in this corner of the map, and then you only had Clockwork like here. So I think HellRaisers are kind of slipping on the way that they were playing this game, and VP again, they're punishing it.
Certainly is. Zayat's trying to go for an outpost right now, but the Doom's going to unleash onto him, and this is going to be a very quick kill. It's just... It's
wild play coming out from the...
Yeah, you know, he's just he's learning from Funnick. But I mean, I just love looking at when Doom goes for this build. It's funny just looking at how many instances of damage he does over this time. 4 instances over the case of what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. He did 4 instances of auto attacks, 4 instances of Infernal Blade, 5 instances of Scorched Earth, and 4 instances of a Spirit Vessel as well.
Yeah, I was a little bit kind of skeptical that this ever would be that good, but no, I guess when you get a like after the episode, but when you actually go Vessel, BKB, then complete an out, and yeah, sure, why not? It's good to go.
Pretty neat. It is pretty neat. I do rate it. Young kids would say it slaps. I believe that's the common terminology.
No idea.
You're old. Gotta face it with it.
Roshan. I love how any time that we try and bring up random stuff, we can just go, oh, and now they're doing objectives. Thank you.
Saving. Yeah, Roshan, it's not gonna go down as quickly as before, but I mean, Virtus.pro, they are seeming quite hesitant on this one. Meanwhile, Coil comes out, the Doom as well, onto the Templar. Assassinate caught no one on the sidelines here. She doesn't have a chance of surviving this one. Meanwhile, the Roche will fall. No one buys back, though, to try and take this fight, but the fight, it's already done. Kasadi trying to close the gap. Zayat needs to get himself away. A Hex comes out from no one. The turnaround is there. They eliminate Kasadi almost instantly, and now the fight breaks out into chaos. Resolution in the middle, just trying to get some damage off. In come the kisses, over on ahead. Nyx is the one being targeted down right now. He's forced to pop his BKB and get himself to safety. Resolution will not connect with that Timber Chamber. No one's on top of Nyx. She's got the damage yet. 25 up. She's going to pop the ultimate here onto Nyx here. Funnick trying to help him out as well. With the BKB, they're not able to do much to him, but now that BKB is over, they can get the Hex, they can get the damage, they can get the kill. HellRaisers, can they turn this one back around? Can they save Nyx? Well, I don't know. They certainly look like they cannot. In come the damage, in comes the Spirit Vessel, they get the kill. Meanwhile, Gilgit around the side to... Yeah, that's also an issue. They've thrown a lot out for this one, and DC from the Troll. I hope this isn't a I'm sure it's a disconnect issue, right?
So, looking at the start of that fight, they take Roshan, and HellRaisers utilize the fact that they don't need any more heroes than just Troll and Rush, of course.
Yeah.
That means that they can play off the ward that they had, both sides of the river. That meant that they got the Doom off on the TA. But it's after you kill the TA, you have to A, respect the potential buyback that the TA should be holding, especially when she's going for a Blink Hex build. It means her buyback is instant catch into explosive kill, right? And then the Doom runs straight towards, like, deep into the Radiant side, but like super far away from the rest of his lineup. And I would expect to use, like, it's so hard to kind of move around the fight because you've got Radiant's Burn and Dispersion. What's the word I'm looking for? Desolate. So obviously vision gets reduced. It's hard to like truly play cohesively. Then you have this dude doesn't really have any armor. He's got 11 armor, okay? Against a TA that has -8 armor from Meld, you got -5 armor from Over Destruction, and -7 armor from Desolator. Like, this Doom is gonna pop. And he just runs willy-nilly into the, like, deep into this thing. Yeah, so
1,700 physical damage is how much he took there, by the way. 1,537 in 4 right clicks, plus the 164 from the Meld as well. So, yeah.
I really like the way that HellRaisers approach Roshan. Like, it's the post-initial pick-off play where you have to go, okay guys, so we just used buyback. Can we just chill for a second? Can we? But yeah, unfortunately not. They kind of got a little bit too big for their boots and they got punished. Like VP, this is how they're going to win their games. They're going to rely on the fact that they can better use their buybacks, and now they're in a very dangerous position where you've got 90 seconds no troll with no buyback. You're going to probably get some deep wards out. You might be able to do some pressure towards high ground, but overall this is, yeah, VP have just turned this game from one buyback.
Yeah, this is a huge turnaround, and you know, they've got themselves the Aegis, the kill, and now no buyback on troll, which they may not know about. Those pause goes on much longer than they could certainly you know, give it the old stream checkout. Just saying. I'm sure they wouldn't do that though. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. It feels like, yeah, I don't know, 36 minutes. This game should be more convincing for HellRaisers, especially with, like, you know, the game they've been given. It's not like they've been far behind. It's not like they've had to be on the back seat. They've had every opportunity to take this game, I feel like, and they just haven't been able to do so. And this is kind of just an inevitable fight which is going to happen. The Roche taking was a good idea, but one little mistake, and you know Virtus.pro is going to keep on punish, not just the original kill, but keep on going for more than that, and see you later, Clockwork.
The TLDR is just kill them through your cooldowns, and then your ability to treat and then execute. But VP, they can use their buybacks to punish your cooldowns. Now, in mid tier 2, moving on in, troll no buyback, clock no buyback. Do you have the ability to maybe push out waves with the puck?
Dyer's middle tower has
no one. He's on the hunt here, but they have the vision down,
Instantly
thankfully. Yeah, they had an observable, which I think just about caught the edge of the TA there, so she's gonna get out to safety. Yeah, Virtus.pro not looking to push this any further.
No. So you have a small window in which you might be able to pressure, but I feel if you look at it closely, buyback, you don't have Horn. Still have the coil up. You have to respect that the Doom does a lot of damage. Discipline coming out from VP, knowing that even though they've won the post Roshan fight, it's still that's not in a commanding position. But there's also quite a clear win condition for HellRaisers. If you kill this TA one more time, it doesn't have buyback. So, and most likely, if you're killing the TA, Vector will be using Horn. So, if you kill TA, there'll be no Horn, no TA. Probably can punish high ground and multiple racks. Taking every tier 2 down inside of HellRaisers. So very scary for VP. Yep. One is a DD top. Time for HellRaisers to really make a move. The lanes aren't really in a good position though for HellRaisers. Bot pushing in, top's already at tier 2.
Yeah, that's one thing. So that's one thing I noticed whenever the call came in that they weren't going to go push high ground, was to obviously just go and push out both these side lanes, and immediately no one and excuse me, the Timbersaw resolution went up to top and bottom to push both those lanes in, because I know that once HellRaisers are respawning, they're still the stronger team at this point in the game. They have this cheese as well. They've got some good timings going on, so they just respect that and they play accordingly.
That is a literal cheese. Warlord.
Dire's top tower is
Some
under
cheese
attack.
item or cheese playstyle.
Correct. Yes, thank you for.
No, just in case.
Just in case, yeah.
Everyone was. Yeah. I don't know if you clicked on them.
Dire's top tower
I actually had no idea
has
there was cheese.
fallen.
Yep, didn't at least have that after he dropped his Aegis. And just classic Zayat's things, hiding out in the top lane, looking to push out this lane. I wonder if Funnick
Fortunately, if
might
they had
catch
these lanes
him.
pushed down a little bit better with the DD rune, then that could have been some time for VP. Blue drawing the exact line in which HellRaisers are currently within.
What does that line say? What was he talking about? Oh, snap by coming, trying to split the way, but Funnick was ready for him. I feel like Funnick and Zayat are such similar players, they could just read each other. And yeah, he tried to go for the stun. Full staff around as well. Zayat's trying to take Funnick for a little bit of a run, but another silence out. Playing around with this snap fire, Funnick should be able to grab this kill with the help of Maposhka here as well.
You can spider legs up top. This is the one part of the map that you can spider legs off the map, by the way.
Oh,
Unaware.
okay. Doesn't seem like Zayat was aware, but there we go. He's going to get himself killed off. Meanwhile, down at the bottom, they've also got a kill onto the Lich, as well as Kasani and Gilgit find themselves an extra one. 2 kills across the map for HellRaisers here. This could open up for something, but yeah, there's not really any objective for them to take.
DD. Oh, 2 for 2.
What the hell? It's DD day.
How can they actually use this DD? Midway pushed in. This is good. Yeah, like a casual farm, nothing too special. Then eventually they might come and meet up.
Dire's structures are
But you need to
fortified.
shut this bot wave. You need to take away the ability for any creeps to not be on. Yeah, like maybe they just don't care. I guess they don't care. You got DD2 catapult. You can score that at a later date,
structures
but
are fortified.
Kuman comes out on bottom, sees the orb, but immediately runs away. Yeah, Nick's
going for the BKB as well. He wants to be able to take these this next fight. He knows that TA not having time buyback. It's so critical to win.
Sounds like a BKB up and ready to go for the Spectre. But once again, HellRaisers, they are backing out from this one, as expected, to be honest. It's no easy feat to push high ground. They've got some tier 4 items to...
Tier 4?
Oh, blimey, yeah.
Hour 423 of the game. Tier
Yeah.
40 items have just dropped.
HellRaiser picked up the item which, when pressed, will explode the enemy's Ancient.
Both teams just lose. Raw.
If you deny the Ancient, should you draw the game? No. Okay, good.
Even if you were trying to like logically break that down, that just doesn't work.
No, not in the slightest.
Oh, I'm about to lose. Denied. I'll take the draw.
Sweet. It was like the bug, you know, on Micro Stream where you could just deny an item as a melee hero and crash the servers.
Yeah.
It's like, well, go next, guys.
The rank game as it dropped, that was very unfortunate.
Oof.
My one and done
man.
game for the month.
Poor man. All right, 42 minutes in. HellRaisers, what is the plan? Or Virtus.pro, maybe, what is the plan? It actually hasn't been a game with that many smokes and such. We've seen like little group smokes, but 5-man's been a little less common.
You've got a 1 minute window. If they time this buyback right now, they know there's like 1 minute 10. 1 minute 10 left on the TA buyback. So the HellRaisers, they're going to want to potentially try and make a play straight away. Or at least stay into the buyback, force the buyback again, and reset, then move back around to Roshan. Yeah, I think HellRaisers, they're going to do like a... not going to try and end the game right now, but simply some type of an advantage and then move back into the road.
Just having a look at some of these neutral items. Interesting to see this spell prism on the Doom.
Action.
Ooh, wrapping around behind Virtus.pro. They've got no idea where HellRaisers are right now, and HellRaisers, they've got no idea where Virtus.pro is
They're going to
either.
be able to have high ground control here. They got the ward and sentry. They know there's a ward on this hill. Both teams currently playing into the alternate teams, mirroring each other.
Yeah, they both have the exact same vision, but that D ward does let HellRaisers know
And now Poshka, yeah, so just the exact move on both sides. But Roshan may spawn in 5 seconds.
Yeah, HellRaisers
if they have time, Roshan well, they could be checking this.
I think, oh, Gilgit's just shooting up to the high ground. Let's go. Gilgit's going to be a target, but with a 25 talent as well. The huge AoE silences just locking down these two heroes. There's not much Red can do once he's silenced up here, but who have they found? Well, it's actually still Gilgit being beaten on down, but have they actually killed him off? Kasani, he's still alive with Nyx as well, helping him out. They kill off no one. Gilgit, meanwhile, does get finished off by Zayats. Meanwhile, Raposhka being hunted by Kuman. Kuman really struggling to find a target in this fight. Looks towards Nyx, but I'm not sure that's a target. The air blast comes down along with Kasani as well. Kasani's going to be careful though. Doesn't have much health, so I'm out onto the troll warm-up. Popping that BKB. He does have the cheese, yeah. Can turn this around. Meanwhile, Spectre, see you later. She's dead. Nyx takes him out. Meanwhile, down goes Zayats as well, and that is going to be a pretty much full team wipe for the Virtus.pro side. Resolution is able to sneak his way out from the sidelines here. But Jesus, that was just a really messy fight.
And the Spectre both heavily committed onto the Doom. He nearly died so nearly. But because they weren't able to kill him, he was able just to walk back, take a breath, look at the fight, get the Doom onto the TA, and then he instantly got deleted. TA obviously didn't want to buy back because they're so far away from a base, he couldn't connect. They didn't even own this outpost in their jungle, so yeah, overall, Virtus.pro just...
a little bit of overextension once again. Cheese this time for the Pro Warlords. He's going to get run down. Meanwhile, Gilgear also looking at a pretty bad situation right now. The 3-man call going to hold them back for a little bit longer. The AA going to be able to TP himself away. Kasani trying to go for the TP out. Surely we've got something to do with this. They certainly do. He's going to pop the BKB. The Malbash comes in, controlling up Kasani. Kasani making his way over towards the trees here. He's not out of this one, unfortunately. Kuman's on top of him. The dagger comes through and will finish the job. Meanwhile, Puck just cleaning up some creep waves, and he's going to be okay for the time being.
VP just staying in this game due to the buyback usage. HellRaisers, you need to respect this buyback.
This is sloppy.
Back down mid, boys!
Yeah, let's get some buybacks of our own here. And to be honest, the troll doesn't have it.
Again.
What did he buy for this? Satanic? Goodness gracious. I could come back to bite them.
Just don't even have the gold to buy it. I think it was.
At least it's not an AC recipe like last game.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Roshan's up. This is the thing. As they made that engagement onto the bot side and they got that Doom nearly killed, turn around, good fight, Roshan was spawning as they ran down mid. Instead of running down mid, they should have run towards Roshan, take Roshan. Now VP are going to have to potentially find some buyback, into an Aegis, sorry. But no, unfortunately, HellRaisers make the wrong call, get punished, and now the buybacks on VP don't look too bad. They're getting up to an Aegis onto most likely no one.
No one or Spec. Yeah, they give it to Spec. Spec is such a good Aegis carrier. No one can grab the G's.
I would prefer to see the Aegis simply one making that jump, especially with the Hex. He's putting himself in those dips. And he's the one that wants to always get doomed. Don't really care about the Spectre in terms of the doom. So if you can just jump, get doomed by an imposed Aegis, then you BKB and play again. But yes, they just want Kuman to be a bit more of a frontliner. Maybe try and not use Haunt straight away in the fight. Use the Haunt to connect. Yeah, I guess that's the thought process behind it.
Another smoke on smoke. HellRaisers, despite losing this Roshan, still going to look for something. Resolution is going to be popped here. Immediate ultimate from Kuman here, jumping onto the front lines here, trying to find Maposhka. Meanwhile, the Mortimer's Kiss is coming over the top as well. Both teams not really committing to one another right now. Kuman coming down onto the low ground. It's HellRaisers in river. Resolution's going to jump through all of them. The big AoE stance, so Maposhka, okay, finally going to be the first one to go down here. AA shots drop. Meanwhile, oh, Jesus, Funnick up into the high ground. These waiting rifts seem to be giving me a seizure every time he drops them, but jumping to the side here. Resolution trying to chase him down. Lincoln's going to help Funnick get out of this one. And yeah, very underwhelming fight between these two teams. They trade a couple of spells, a couple of ultimates used as well, but ultimately it's just the AA who goes down with the immediate buyback. He comes straight back into this one. I think it's interesting to note, actually, that neither Troll nor the Doom do have buybacks. So these are real nail-biting fights for HellRaisers here. Fighting into an Aegis and a Cheese without buybacks fight on yourselves. Also, did we miss who got the Refresher Orb or Ags? Oh, Spectre got the Ags. Okay. That's a pretty important one to mention with the Shadow stack.
Spectre is actually really good, just for the ability to have presence within, like, during your ult. Of course, you have to have vision on the hero. You could obviously target the hero, but then you can haunt onto that person. So, yeah, and I think that actually is going to be really good because all he wants to do is get onto the Doom. So if the TA can locate the Doom, you've got like a free ticket to get onto him.
HellRaisers wrapping in behind Virtus.pro right now. Virtus.pro looking for some kills on the front lines. Gilgir, though, he's going to dangle himself as a tasty carrot here. And now Nyx will be seen, but Nyx, he's hesitant here. He could have gone for the Abyssal Blade onto Ziox there, but he's really, really nervous about this one. Meanwhile, in comes a hookshot onto the backline. Gilgir splitting up the back here. Kasani coming in, wants to find the Doom onto the TA. Does get on top though, but the Lincoln is out. Can they finally pop it? Well, the TA doesn't really matter that she's not doomed. They're still going to be able to. No, they what? Yes, no one does get brought down. Chainfrog bouncing through though. Kills off Sputnik. No resolution just in the middle of everybody. Gilgir's getting low though. Can they finish the job? Yes, they can. Meanwhile, the Troll just chunking into the Spectre. Spectre has the Aegis though, but Troll's plenty healthy. He's got the life shield to just chunk through her anyway, regardless of the spread. And on the back line to the fight. Kasani looking for a target. Immediate haunt out from the Spectre. Where is she going? Up to the high grounds with the spider leg, swapping it in and getting herself to safety. She's going not the way they're expecting, yeah, but they need to push. They've got 99 seconds without TA in the game. A buyback from Resolution. Lich has his available as well. HellRaisers, though, they also need to defend their side lanes here. Kasani's going to get out and do that, but he's got himself the boots of travel, so can be back in a flash.
This is my...
Look at Zayats every goddamn time. He's probably going to die for this one.
He has buyback.
He's got buyback there, so whatever. Yeah, he's fine with this.
So
No.
Sure, but this was my concern with the TA not taking up the Aegis. I don't know how in that fight, all the Doom wanted to do was TA.
Yeah.
So he ran in, doesn't get it, reset, wait for the blink, sees TA, connects, instantly, TA dies. They get put into such a small corner that the TA just instantly just pops. So
can I just point out as well, did you see how many Lincolns were put onto TA in that fight? I'm pretty sure all 3 Lincolns were used on TA, which is why they didn't get the Doom off onto her. Yeah. At the very least, Timbersaw definitely blocked the Doom with his Lincoln.
It's the fear factor, right? It's the fact that the Doom's there. It's like all I have to do is get to you. So BTB runs away and
coil out straight away. They're really jumping into this one. And actually, the Lotus putting Nyx into a really good position to try and bring down the Spectre.
Is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, Resolution getting killed off almost instantly here, and that's a dieback from him. But they're gonna have their TA in 20. Oh my goodness! Come on.
So no Timber, no TA, 15 seconds. Potentially you can go for a second aid of Rax here.
HellRaisers on the verge of actually doing this right now. Moving down to bottom as a pack, as a team. TA's going to be back in 5. 2 lanes of barracks are going to go down. HellRaisers, are they going to go for the full mega creeps without the Timbersaw? Oh, backlines. Hello, there's a Lich here. Solo, what is he doing? He's in a really weird position. Does have buyback, so, I mean, whatever, making some good space right now. Meanwhile, the front lines of the fight, though, Nyx is actually getting kind of low here. The Solo's been a distraction. He's actually been able to take down the Posker with him, but Nyx dies on the front. Solo just dangles himself like a tasty piece of meat and completely baits HellRaisers into taking a god-awful fight here. And now, Virtus.pro running down the middle lane. Only 2 heroes alive on HellRaisers. They've got the buyback available on the Troll, but they do not have it on the clock. Actually, they will in 10 seconds if he's got the gold. He does. So they should have the defense available, but...
That was a solo classic, right?
Yeah. Oh, guys, I'm out of position. Please don't kill me.
Cooey. And then Nyx is like, guys, I can kill them here. And they're like, no, but we got... Oh. This is, just...
Yeah.
This is the thing of... When they take the objectives, it's how are we going to then get out of this objective? See, okay, we've got the AA here, and Nyx is probably going, guys, now I'm going to try and kill this guy, and 2 guys make 2 different calls and commit to it, and you can't do that at these stages of the game.
Kuman just whacking down the house right now.
Dire's middle tower.
Why is no one jungling?
Heroes are dead and they want to
are under attack.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you meant no one as in the player.
Don't worry.
Why is he jungling, actually? Yeah. About mid.
Alright, 1 Raxton out. I guess the buybacks, the respawn timers are coming.
Maximizing presence on, maximizing presence on the map, right? Like, you know you're going to take mid already because they're dead, so you might as well just farm up, scale towards the next item to waste too much time.
You know what, T? 53 minutes, only 7 minutes until those all important.
Until someone should be joined.
Yes, yeah, until we should have some. junglers. Also, does it just me or does spider legs on Spectre kind of feel like overkill?
Yeah, true.
Dagger plus legs. Kuman's just like, you know what? Fuck cliffs. He's seen the clips of Alliance. He's just like, yeah, not me. I ain't going up there, boys. Doom.
Stage of the game where Spectre becomes extremely scary, and especially because he has that act as well,
Radiant
given to him by
are
Roshan. To be clear, he has not got it. So easy for him in the fight to select the target he wants to jump, but HellRaisers fights are still pretty easy to execute. Locate the TA, doom the TA, and then as long as they're not in their base, I think HellRaisers should be able to take a clean fight. And another DD. But this time, VP are able to keep racing with its Bukian might.
Something in the air today, which is causing these DDs to spawn at a huge rate. Had a lot of those, but
the game's been longer than average 31 minutes of most.
Yeah, double the chance each time.
But HellRaisers, they do have a lot of vision in this area around this high grounds. If VP wanted to take this fight into the potentially could be Valley of Death.
Everyone's just got Lincolns and they're just spamming them all onto no one. They're just like, please don't get doomed. Please don't get doomed. She's got a
it's actually such a good item for the TA. Getting the ninja gear, being able to play permanently around in smoke.
Yeah, she's had
this whole game is based
this.
around the vision and the ability to connect. Yeah, ninja gear dismantles that. Let to be the RNG.
5 minutes. They're coming.
Roshan
Tier
is up.
5 items
Okay.
will be spawning. Yeah, okay.
Pressure, Ag, Cheese, Agent.
Oh, he's got a whole wealth of goodies on him.
Who takes thinking maybe Ag's on clockwork because you want to be able to get maybe the double hook? Or not. And then the Haunt and the team fight first.
I don't know about that. It does seem to be a kind of Haunt coming out, and yeah, Kuman is coming onto the backlines here, jumping into the pit. Roche is kind of low, but Kuman, he's still looking to the puck right now, but they're focusing on the work. Everybody's inside right now. A lot of them kids coming down. Kasani's going to take out the Aegis. So much stuff down. Two of them times go through right now. Kasani just melting through the kisses, but they have killed off Kuman. Kuman is dead. Buys back into it, but Resolution also died from the backlines. Yep, straight away, jumping back in. Kuman is here, but the Fresher Shard popped on next to get off another BKB. He's just going to die 2 times in a row. Cheese is popped by the Spectre. Abyssal Blade comes out onto him. No Nick with the ultimate as well, trying to chop through the Spectre. Can they do it in time? No, she's not taking the damage. Yes, she is. Kuman goes down. Nyx gets a second kill. Virtus.pro, it might be over for them right now as they find no one hiding in the trees as well. Goodbye, Templar Assassin. Goodbye, game. It's just Zayats now trying to play around on the sidelines of this fight, but that is just not happening. And that is going to be it. The game should go to HellRaisers if they can push quickly enough. The lanes aren't pushed in, but bottom lane will be soon. And I'm kind of surprised that Virtus.pro haven't called it yet. Is there anything for them they can do? T?
Really, mate?
No, I don't think so.
The issue that VP have is simply the fact that they have 2 lanes pushed in. HellRaisers are going to be able to barrel down mid, and
did you see he got the acronyms, by the way, in the middle of that fight?
No.
the goddamn Snapfire picked it up. She jumps into the pit and is like, yeah, I got the... Oh, crap, this does nothing for me. The only hero, one of the only 2 heroes out of 110 or however we've got in the game who can't make any use of that item whatsoever. He's just like, goddamn. Troll with the Divine Rapier, just rocking up that.
VP most likely using this time maybe to discuss how to approach the next game, because there is no way VP will know what's to defend this by himself. We can't be just... There we go.
No one got... Let's go. Oh, okay. They are going to GG it now. And there we have it. Game number 1 in a thrilling match does end up going the way of Hell, and wow, some really violent fights and a really rocky game from HellRaisers. It was by no means clean, but I mean, just the fact they've managed to